Hello and welcome to episode 32 of Rebuilding Chelsea on FM23. I'm Jamie, and coming up on today's episode I've got two games for you. We're at home to Benfica in the Champions League phase, and then at home to Aston Villa in the Premier League. And as you can see, we come into this one on the back of 4 straight victories. So let's see if we can keep that going. And the team to face Benfica is coming up in just a moment. Okay, here is the team then for the game against Benfica, and it is Unai Simon in goal, back four of Cucurella, Botman, Fofana and James, Guendouzi at the base of midfield, Fernandes and Thuram ahead of him, Mudryk on the left, Sterling on the right, Evan Nielsen up front. So let's submit the team and go and give a team talk. Okay, my assistant thinks I should say if you carry your last performance into this match, we'll do well. And given we're in good form, I think that's entirely reasonable. So we'll outstretch the arms and agree with him. And let's get into the tunnel. You must have been proud to hear Benjamin Sesko dedicate winning the English Premier League Young Player of the Month to you. Yeah, he deserves all the credit. Your team selection has offered little by way of surprise. Are you confident ahead of kickoff? I like our chances. Will Enzo Fernandez be able to play the full 90 minutes? Possibly. We'll have to watch him carefully and see if he needs to be managed. Okay, let's get into the action and see if we can claim the win. And as always, first 10 minutes we'll just sit and watch what's happening and take any action we deem necessary. And given that there's been nothing in the first 10 minutes, I'm going to demand more. I want us to be taking the game to Benfica and securing the 3 points as routinely as possible. So here we go with the corner. It's Benfica though, and the header from Matheus Nunes finds the back of the net, and it is Chelsea 0, Benfica 1. So we're going to go attacking, we're going to demand more. And it's Datro back to Semedo. Semedo plays it through for Datro, who's dispossessed. Thuram to Mudryk over the halfway line. Can Mudryk find a blue shirt? He checks back, finds Guendouzi. Thuram into Sterling. He needs help, gets it from Guendouzi, who plays it into Sterling. Sterling to Mudryk, and the keeper has made a save. It will be a corner, and it's an outswinger from Mauricio James, and the header away reaches Enzo Fernandez, Guendouzi, and then the highlight comes to an end. So we are going to need another demand more, I think. With 35 minutes on the watch, let's demand more and see if we can get level before half time. It's not looking likely, and there is the confirmation, the halftime score: Chelsea 0, Benfica 1. So let's go in there and give them a bit of a talking to. I think we thrash the arms and tell them to get their acts together, and let's make some changes. Right, we've got a lot of anxious and nervous players on the pitch, so I'm going to remove as many of them as I can. Fernandes is anxious and lacking fitness, so he's going to come off for Bellingham. In fact, no, not Bellingham, Simons. Bellingham's not fit enough to play at the moment. And swap those two around. What else can we do? Let's get the nervous Sven Botman off the pitch, and we'll bring on Antonio Silva. And up front, let's get Mudryk off, and we'll bring on Neres. Why not? And let's go out there for the second half. Let's fire the lads up this time. And hopefully that will turn all their faces a nice bright shade of green. It hasn't, but the first highlight is ours. Cucurella to Neres. Cucurella back to Antonio Silva. Guendouzi to Silva. Thuram's ball over the top. Evanilson is in. And Evanilson puts the ball in the back of the net. And it is Chelsea 1, Benfica 1. So good start to the second half. Can we build on that and get the win? We deserve it based on the match stats. So let's encourage, because we're actually playing all right now. Right, let's make a couple more changes. We'll make our final 2 changes. And we'll take off Cucurella. And we'll bring on Chilwell. And we'll take off Thuram. And bring on... It's going to have to be... In fact, let's put Reece James into midfield. And then Thuram off. And Vanderson on. We'll confirm those changes. And let's see if that can make the decisive difference as we go looking for the win. But it is a Benfica free kick. Marcos Alonso, former Chelsea player of course. And he's clipped the crossbar. But thankfully it's gone over the top for a goal kick and the highlights come to an end. So we're going to demand more again. And let's see, can we nick it late on? Confirmation that we don't have any subs left. We are still on attacking. A draw is not really what we're looking for here. We've got 5 minutes to find a winner. And plus any stoppage time. Rui Patricio clears. Reece James's header. Evanilson to Neres. Neres beaten to it. And Datro to Orsnes. Mihailo shoots and it's over the top of Simon's crossbar. We're into the final minute of the 90 and there will be 3 minutes of added time. Will there be one more opportunity or not? And the answer is no. We will have to settle for a draw. The final score, Chelsea 1, Benfica 1, and I'll be back in a moment with the second match of today's episode. Okay, time now for the second match of today's episode and a home Premier League game against Aston Villa. The team for this one is Unai Simon in goal. Back four is Cucurella, Botman, Silva and James. Bellingham at the base of midfield, Fernandes and Thuram ahead of him, Mudryk on the left, Sterling on the right, Evanilson up front. So let's submit the team and go and give a team talk. Okay, my assistant thinks I should say we're doing well, we're on a good run, keep it going, shall we? Well, no, I'm going to disagree with him. I'm going to put the pressure on a little bit and say it's a match we should be winning, make sure we do. So we'll pump the fists and say that. And that seems to have gone down quite well. So let's get into the tunnel. Manchester United are also in action against Leeds United. And they'll be looking to demonstrate their title aspirations even at this early stage. Do you see them winning this match? Absolutely. Do you think Eddie Howe made the right decision in transfer listing Nicolas Otamendi? I don't really know. I don't know what happened. Just a couple of changes. Antonio Silva and Jude Bellingham coming into the team. Settled side then. Made a couple of changes to keep things fresh, but that's all. Okay, let's get into the action and see if we can round off the episode with a league victory. So as always, first 10 minutes we'll just see how things go and we'll only react if we need to. Antonio Silva takes it off the keeper, finds Reece James into Sterling. Thuram's ball over the top for Evanilson. He's in behind, can't get the shot on target. It's cleared, but only as far as Reece James, who crosses. And Douglas Luiz heads it back to his keeper. Mix up in the Villa defence. Evanilson pounces. And it is Chelsea 1, Aston Villa 0. So 3 minutes gone. 1-0 to the good already. And that should get us back into the European places. It does. As it stands, Reece James forward for Sterling, who finds Thuram. His ball forward for Evanilson. He's got it under control. He's rounded the keeper. And Evanilson's got a second goal. We've only played 8 minutes. And it is Chelsea 2, Aston Villa 0. Into the top 4 with that second goal. So, very encouraging place to be. Alex Moreno. Douglas Luiz finds Kamara. And it's given straight to Mudryk, who crosses halfway, beats his man, plays it into the area for Enzo Fernandez, and Enzo Fernandez makes it Chelsea 3, Aston Villa 0. So 12 minutes gone, 3-0 to the good. The game should be as good as 1 from here. We won't be able to overhaul Liverpool on today's game, but we are at least level on points with them, and just 4 points now behind leaders Manchester City. So we've only had 3 shots on target. They've all gone in the back of the net, and we're a few minutes away from half time, where we can give the lads some words of encouragement and check on whether any of them need replacing for fitness reasons. I don't want to replace anybody on grounds of performance, because they're actually playing really well. Thuram into Sterling, ball over the top for Evanilson. He shoots, but it's straight at Martinez, who holds on. Bowls it to Konsa, into Kamara. Husaj into Bailey. Kukurea wins it off him and turns, plays it back to Botman, who holds on to it, plays it into Enzo Fernandez. Ball over the top for Sterling. He's let it bounce, and the shot is saved by Martinez. We'll get a corner out of that. And it is Reece James with the right-footed outswinger, and that's easy for Martinez to claim. So half-time is upon us. Chelsea 3, Aston Villa 0. So let's go into the dressing room, tell the lads we're really pleased. I'll agree exactly with my assistant, and we will make 1 change. We'll take Reece James off and bring on Vanderson, and that'll do. So we'll start the second half. We'll encourage the boys. We're playing really well. And after an hour, if there's no change to the scoreline, I'll give them some praise, because we are managing the game at this stage. We're 3-0 up. Silva's ball forward for Sterling, gets it down, plays it back to Vanderson, who beats his man, shoots, but it's wide. If that had been one of the attacking players, I'd have fancied him to score, but not this time. So let's praise and see how that goes down. Largely good. In fact, it's universally good, so we're happy with that. And it is Vanderson with a free kick, finds Bellingham, ball over the top, Mudryk's header for Sterling, who shoots. Martinez saves, Moreno clears, and the highlight comes to an end. So let's do 2 more changes with 71 minutes on the watch, and we'll change Enzo Fernandez for Guendouzi, and we will change Antonio Silva for Wesley Fofana. So that leaves us 2 more subs and less than 20 minutes of the 90 remaining. So let's take Mudryk off and we'll bring on Moukoko, and we'll take off Cucurella, and we'll bring on, in fact we won't take off Cucurella, we'll take off Thuram and bring on Simons. So Moukoko to Cucurella into Bellingham. Guendouzi's ball forward for Sterling, lays it off to Evan-Neilson, who puts it in the back of the net and makes it Chelsea 4, Aston Villa 0. But there is an appeal for offside, so it might not count. It's given, it is 4-0. So yes, we want to continue with that change. And we've got 3 minutes of added time to survive. And there it is, Chelsea 4, Aston Villa 0. I'll be back in a moment to show you the Premier League table and tell you what's coming up on the next episode. Okay, here is the Premier League table then, and as you can see we're in 5th place in the table, 6 wins, 3 defeats from our 9 games so far, 18 points on the board, and we're only outside of the Champions League places on goal difference. So let's take a look at when we're going to come back, and I'm going to continue the theme, bring you back for the Champions League game against Trabzonspor and the home Premier League game against Newcastle United. So if you've enjoyed that, please leave a nice thumbs up on there for me. Subscribe to the channel for Monday to Friday Football Manager videos. Thank you very much indeed for watching, and goodbye.